Dr. Igshaan Samuels is the global co-chair of the United Nations International Year of Rangelands and Pastoralists. We'll be discussing a few things with him in this regard. Thank you so much, Igshaan.
Thank you.
First of all, tell us more about this initiative.
I think the initiative, the process that started in 2008 with the realization that rangelands or veld as we know it in South Africa is extremely important, not only for food security but also for the environment and for climate change. And they recognized the need for action, and hence they developed this initiative and wanting this initiative to be implemented at the highest body in the world. It's at the United Nations. So the initiative is there to preserve what rangelands can provide in terms of food security, in terms of climate change adaptation, in terms of conserving biodiversity, but also to protect the livelihoods of farmers. We call it in South Africa livestock farmers, the value that livestock farmers bring to food security and to the economy of the different nations of the world. So hence this initiative was started because those, even though they are significant, they are being threatened and things were going backwards, if I should put it like that. Hence we started the initiative a few years ago.
And there's a date set to this initiative, so why did the UN decide on 2026?
2026, so to proclaim an international year is quite a long process, and this is not the only international year that the United Nations has. And they do not want more than one international year for a specific entity to be in the same year. So for example, next year is the International Year of Camelids or camels, so they don't want everything to be on top of each other. So hence they gave us a space of a couple of years. But the benefit is that we have such a long time, or not very long, but some time to implement and to prepare the ground for a successful international year that we all want to see in 2026.
So you've mentioned the importance of velds within South Africa. What is the international importance and significance?
If you look at it, veld is part of a natural system. So it doesn't only have benefits where administrative sovereign country boundaries are. It's across national boundaries. So at the global level, these processes where rangelands fit in, for example, pollination, the movement of nutrients, the movement of livestock out of the country, for example, is also, it doesn't correspond only to national borders. Hence that we have to have an international initiative that incorporates all of the different segments of the different countries and what they do to provide a sort of a global benefit for what livestock can offer to the world in general.
And why focus on pastoralists and farmers? Who does this refer to?
So in South Africa, we typically call them livestock farmers, either commercial livestock farmers or communal livestock farmers. But the more used or term used internationally is pastoralist. So we'd like to elevate the status through the international year because we realized the importance that they bring to food security in South Africa, for example. I mean, 75% of South Africa is veld. It cannot be used for any agricultural activity because there's not enough rain and the rain is not very consistent. So, and hence we have these farmers living in very difficult conditions but still making a living out of very difficult conditions, and we get a steady supply of meat. So even though they have a lot of uncertainty and variability in trying to manage the farms, they still produce a stable livestock or meat output for us. So we have to compliment for the work that they've been doing for putting food on our table. Hence that we need to elevate the status and protect the livelihood and actually give them credit for what they've been doing for centuries.
And if people want to find out more about this initiative or how to get involved, who can they contact?
We have a website at iyrp.info. Where you can get a lot of information and also the contact details of all the different regions in the world. So if you are interested in a specific region in the world or just the commodities produced in that region, we have what we call coordinators for each of the different 11 regions that we have. So on the website you can get those contact details, or you can just send me an email at isamuels@uwc.ac.za, and then I can put you in contact with the right people.
Thank you very much, Igshaan.
Thank you very much.
There you have it. That was Dr. Igshaan Samuels, and you know what to do to get involved.